M&Ms that were given to us for Christmas, and they were sugar cookie M&Ms, and
really,
believe it or not, they were extremely good.
Well, you remember we tried the Hershey's with sugar cookie, and they was really good.
They're not even around in our house anymore. Let me tell you that. Checking in outside, we do have another very cold morning out there, as temperatures overnight dipping back into the 20s once again, some lower 20s. In fact, factor in a south breeze, and at times we've had some wind chills back into the teens. So bundle up this morning. It is pretty cold. Some of the low-lying areas that are shielded a little more from some of the breeze, and we do have some frost to start the day. Those winds will turn out of the south today and be pretty strong this afternoon. Some gusts up to about 30 miles per hour. We do expect those south winds to at least bring temperatures back into the lower 40s today, a little milder. We'll be tracking another cold front, a little cooler into Wednesday, and then we turn our attention to the second half of the week. A lot more active weather in store for us, potentially the first accumulating snow of the season, and confidence is growing that we are likely to see at least some snow in our region. Still not expecting a major winter storm, but with the snow, it brings along some bitterly cold weather. Coldest air that we have seen so far this season, expected here towards Thursday and Friday. Outside right now, though, lower 20s. So if you think right now is cold, well, again, we've got even colder weather in store for us later on this week. Temperatures lower 20s, factor in the breeze. Wind chills right now, what it feels like out there, though, into the lower teens. So again, bundle up this morning. It is a very chilly morning. We are tracking some lower clouds across western Kentucky, far southeastern Illinois, Gallatin to Hardin County. Those continue to backtrack towards the north and west. We will see some sunshine around from time to time, but I've got a feeling some of those low clouds will be lingering around at least through the morning hours. Strong winds today out of the south. That's going to push temperatures back in the lower 40s, pretty close to average for this time of year. You'll notice to the south into western Kentucky, Benton, Kentucky, up to about 44. Everybody today pretty much in the 40s, mid to upper 40s into the Missouri boot heel. But otherwise, all our attention then turns to Thursday and Friday. Another big dip here in the jet stream. That's going to push the storm track to parts of the deep south, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. That's a storm track that potentially brings us some winter weather this time of year, as that area of low pressure tracks along the cold front. This is about 9 a.m. We do expect some snow to be flying by then, and then sticking around through much of the afternoon hours, and then starting to wrap up on Thursday evening. And that's going to be followed by an Arctic blast. Some very cold weather in store for us again by Thursday and Friday. Your first outlook as far as the snowfall amounts go, well, we're expecting about an inch or so. Once again, not a big winter storm for us. 1 to 2 likely in parts of western Kentucky, maybe into southeastern Illinois. But this is our first look. There's still some time that we could see some things change, but this is overall what we're expecting about right now. And it is likely to be a light, fluffy snow. And it is going to be cold enough to snow. Once again, we're talking about temperatures with snow flying in the lower 20s. But again, not a major winter storm for us, but enough to cause some travel disruptions in parts of the region. So if you do have some plans to be out and about on Thursday, make sure you're paying attention to that. Heaviest snow in our region from about mid-morning, looking like it may stick around through the early part of the evening hours. So 17 Thursday morning, 23 for an afternoon high, 8 degrees on Friday morning, 25 for a high temperature on Friday. So some pretty cold stuff in here Thursday. Friday will bounce back quickly this weekend, and warming up enough that we change over that snow chance to some rain chances by Saturday night and into Sunday. Sunday looking pretty wet here in our region, but a high temperature running about 50 degrees. That is then followed by another cool down into the early part of next week. But of course, all eyes once again on Thursday. First accumulating snow of the season. Not going to be a big one, but it's something.
It's something. Listen, I love winter. I don't like to freeze, but I do love winter.
Well, the cold temperatures, once again, you know, when we think about snow, that light, fluffy snow, anything that does fall, there's not going to be much melting because, well, it is going to stick almost immediately because of the cold temperatures, but at least it's going to be that light, fluffy snow that moves around pretty easy.
Make sure your car is winterized.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick.